What if the thoughts you have every day aren't really coming from you? It may seem like a strange idea, but let's look into it. What if behind every fleeting thought, every sudden urge, and every quiet internal judgment of yourself, there's a voice that you never consciously chose that's playing over and over again? It appears that we are not the ones who think our thoughts, but rather the ones who receive them, as revealed by neuroscience and quantum physics. The first truth that might be tough to accept is this: you are not the one who thinks. You are the awareness that sees the thought. Your thoughts could be coming from your subconscious, your past, the quantum field, or even energy sources that your conscious mind hasn't thought of yet. When you wake up in the morning, you feel like you're in charge and have made choices. You choose what to wear, what to eat for breakfast, and how to organize your day. However, cutting-edge research shows that subconscious programming is responsible for more than 95% of our daily actions, feelings, and thoughts. And that means that the conscious you that is reading this is just the tip of the iceberg. Under the surface, for years, an automatic system has been making decisions for you. An early leader in this field, Dr. Bruce Lipton, asks, who is really in charge if 95% of your life is run by unconscious programs? Please take a moment to subscribe to this channel before we go any further. It's not just about getting updates, it's also a way to align your energy. By subscribing, you make a stable connection to this frequency that will keep you in touch with the transmissions that are meant to awaken your power. Be honest with yourself and take a deep breath. How many times did you think something bad today? A flash of fear? A wave of worry? A sense of being unable to do something? Or a painful comparison? You probably thought it was just your mind being realistic. But what if it was just an old recording playing in the background? What if your life is still playing out the same way it did in the past? The subconscious mind is like a huge recorder that never stops. It has been recording everything since you were in the womb. It took in all sounds, feelings, and experiences without any filter. It's really interesting that the subconscious doesn't know the difference between now and then. You might still feel the same way about something that made you feel very sad when you were 5 years old, as if it were happening all over again. This is the reason why some of your reactions seem so automatic and out of your control. They are automatic responses that you don't consciously choose. But what if these thoughts come from somewhere deeper than your own subconscious? Think about how your mind works like a radio. It only tunes in to a frequency that is already playing. It doesn't write the songs. David Bohm, a physicist, said that consciousness is not just something that happens in the brain, but is also a part of a bigger holographic field where each part holds the information of the whole. Seeing things this way, the thoughts you think are yours could actually be messages from this bigger field of energy. When you walked into a room, did you ever feel a wave of emotion that wasn't yours? Or get stuck on a thought that didn't seem to come from anywhere? The answer might be in the field, in the collective consciousness, or in the energetic bonds you share with the people you care about. Lynn McTaggart's research has shown that a focused intention from one person can change the physical reality of another person, even if they are very far away. You are not a thought island all by yourself. Your feelings, memories, and frequencies are all linked to a huge web that goes far beyond your own self. If you feel this truth's power, you might want to send this message to someone else you think is ready to hear it. This is a powerful act of kind service. You're not just sending a link, you're sending out a quantum signal that makes the awakening grid stronger for both of you and brings in others who are ready to remember. This truth can make all the difference in the world for you. You can learn to tell the difference between a real thought and one that's just playing over and over again. Think about a negative thought that keeps coming back to you. Maybe it's, "I'm not good enough," "I'll never get ahead," or "nobody ever stays with me." It's likely that you now believe this to be true. But hold on for a second. How did you first hear about that idea? What caused it? Was it a parent, a teacher, or something you saw in public? That voice comes from a place, a person, and a time. More you know about where it came from, less power it will have over you. We will talk about how your current vibration is like a magnet, drawing to you thoughts that match the energy you are putting out. As you learn to change that inner frequency, you start to have new thoughts, which bring about whole new realities. But first, think about this. If you're not your thoughts, then what are you when your mind is quiet? The key to your freedom is in the answer to that question. Say it out loud in the comments if this realization hits home for you. I am the awareness behind my thoughts. Let the fact that you are writing this be a declaration of your power. In this way, you are telling your subconscious and the universe that you are no longer identifying with your thoughts, but with the still, strong space that watches them. Have you ever thought about how some thoughts come with strong feelings? Once you think about money, you feel a knot of fear. As you think about the future, a wave of doubt washes over you. It seems like thoughts come first and feelings come after. What if it goes the other way? What if the thought comes after the feeling? Everything we've learned about our inner world is called into question by this idea. It makes me think of something truly revolutionary. You are tuning into your thoughts, not just having them. The frequency inside your head is like a dial that lets you choose which station to listen to. You send out an energetic frequency all the time. It's not a metaphor, it's physics. A strong electromagnetic field is created by your heart and goes out a few feet from your body. The electrical wave patterns in your brain change based on how you're feeling. These things make up what Dr. Joe Dispenza calls your personal electromagnetic signature. This is the important part. Your thoughts are always in sync with your vibration. When you are feeling guilty, your mind will naturally start to think about things you wish you could change. When you're scared, your mind will look for thoughts of danger. When you feel like you don't have enough, you'll think about all the things that are missing from your life. That being said, maybe the bad thoughts you're having are just reflections of your energy. You're not broken. You're just stuck on the wrong frequency. Sometimes you might think, "I'm so far behind," or "Why is everything so hard for me?" and think that there is something wrong with you. But what if the issue isn't the thought itself, but the path you're taking? It sounds like a radio. You wouldn't say that the radio was wrong for playing a sad song. All you have to do is switch stations. The good news is that you can change your frequency. Every bad thought doesn't have to make you fight. You don't have to look at every limiting belief and change it. You need a change in how you feel. According to quantum physics, the universe reacts to our vibration rather than our words or wishes. The quantum field is a place with endless possibilities where all possible worlds are already real. A possibility, on the other hand, doesn't become real until you put your energy and attention into making it real. Which version of reality you experience depends on how you're feeling at the time. Because of this, two people can go through the same event and have very different reactions. One may react with intense anxiety, while the other may react with calm clarity. Since they aren't on the same frequency, they can't get to the same stream of thoughts. You don't have to be in charge of every thought. The goal is to keep your signal in check. Let go of the idea that you have to fight your mind all the time to find peace. That fight never ends and is very tiring. When you focus on changing your energetic state, you will really change. Do you want to think more clearly? Raising your emotional level. Now is the time to ask yourself, what energy am I aligned with right now? Instead of, how do I stop thinking this? What kind of message am I sending to the field? You are not being judged by the quantum field. It perfectly and accurately shows who you are. What you feel is what you think. Your thoughts are just an echo. You can click the like button to show that you agree with this rule. As a quantum signal to the universe, think of it as a conscious acknowledgement that you are the source of your vibration, and by extension, the chooser of your thoughts. Come on, let's do a simple thought swap. Picture yourself being stuck in a cycle of doubting yourself. A voice in your head tells you, you're going to fail. You're about to take a chance. What do you believe you are? Take a moment to not fight it. Close your eyes. Take deep breaths. You could ask yourself, what feeling is causing this thought? What part of my identity am I assuming right now? After that, change how you feel. Straighten up. Take deep breaths as if you have a lot of strength. Think back to a time when you were sure of yourself and strong. Setting your emotional frequency back even for 30 seconds can change your frequency. Your thoughts will change on their own as your energy does. You're not listening to the old self anymore. Next, we'll talk about how your body gets used to certain emotional patterns, which can lead to a cycle of thoughts, stories, and outcomes that keep happening. The most important thing is that we will learn how to end that cycle for good. For now, though, let this truth sink in. The voice in your head is not you. You are the space that it echoes through. If you change your energy field, the voice will also change. Type, I choose my frequency in the comments if you are ready to take conscious control of your signal. This isn't just a comment. It's telling your energy field what to do. It makes the emotional responsibility pathways stronger, so you are no longer just a passive listener, but also a deliberate tuner of your reality. You're beginning to understand something very important. You are not your thoughts. Thoughts come from the energy field that you hold, and thoughts are just reflections of that energy. But even now that you know this, you may still find yourself going back to old, bad ways of thinking. Why does this take place? Because your body remembers things. Over time, your body turns into your mind. According to Dr. Joe Dispenza, by the time we are 35 years old, about 95% of who we are is made up of learned behaviors, reactions, and emotions. This means that your body is chemically attached to the person you used to be, even if your conscious mind wants to change. In familiar emotional states like worry, anger, or shame, your body has become used to them. It wants those feelings like a drug now. This is the secret trap that holds a lot of people back. Your body will often draw you back into the old self and its familiar emotional loops, even if you are conscious of choosing to think thoughts that are empowering. Let's say you've thought for years that you're not good enough. Your subconscious has learned that belief, and your body's chemistry has changed to match it. Now, any sense of self-worth or confidence seems strange and maybe even dangerous. This means that when you try to live by a new belief, you feel resistance, tension, or pain. That doesn't mean you failed. In this case, your nervous system is responding to a new situation. It still cares about the version of you that it knows best. The body sends a flood of chemicals, including neurotransmitters and stress hormones, through your body every time you feel strongly emotional. That chemical signature turns into your baseline over time. It gets addicting. That's why some people are scared as soon as they wake up, even if nothing has happened yet. The feeling isn't caused by a thought. It's caused by the body's emotional memory calling up a thought to explain the feeling. Take a moment to think about that. The feeling is what sets off the thought, which is the response. Then, your mind makes up a story about that feeling and tells you it's true. But it's not real. It's a feedback loop that you've been living in for years without realizing it. Has something small, like a friend not texting you back, ever set you off and made you feel completely overwhelmed? You start to have a lot of negative thoughts, like they don't value me or I always get left alone. Those thoughts are not about what is happening right now. That is your body's response to an old emotional wound, a memory that is deeply rooted in your cells and may have happened a very long time ago. Everything is stored in your body. You're not broken. You've just been trained. A lot of people miss this truth. If right now you feel free, keep that feeling alive by writing in the comments, "I am free from old conditioning." There is a strong message being sent to every cell in your body right now that the old emotional software is being removed. Claim your power to live from a new state of mind that you chose. You're not sick. You are not hurt. You're just playing old emotional tapes over and over again. Once you understand this, you can start to break the loop. You can't force them to do it, though. It's never possible to stop a thought. Changing your body's emotions is the first step toward real change. Your body needs to be retrained to feel something different. How then do you stop being emotionally hooked? By consciously feeling your way out of it, not by thinking about it. This way is known as the emotional override method. First, you need to see the pattern. When an old emotional storm starts to get the best of you, just take a moment to breathe. Do not fight it. Just look at it. This is fear, or this is the feeling of being turned down. You can even say it out loud. When you name the emotion, you put some distance between yourself and the automatic pattern. Second step, change how you feel. The way you feel is stored in your body, so move around. Stand up straighter. Slow down and breathe deeply. Keep your head up. Put your hand over your heart. Move like you're someone who is strong and free. You start to change your energy when you change your body. Step 3. Take on a new emotion. Think to yourself, what would it feel like to be fully loved right now? Or what would peace in my body feel like? It's enough if you can only feel 1% of that new feeling. That small change is strong enough to break the old loop. To make this new choice stick, click the like button right now. This action sends a clear message from your body to your mind, breaking the old chemical addiction and letting it know that you want to feel your way into a new reality. When you do this over and over, you change the way your nervous system works. You are setting a new emotional baseline, and your mind will catch up with it in due time. Neuroplasticity is a real thing. You are creating new neural pathways in your brain every time you consciously choose to feel a strong emotion like joy, gratitude, or love. These new connections get stronger and easier to remember as you use them more. Things in your mind will start to automatically match up with how you feel over time. This is how the real creation loop works. Feelings make you think, which makes you believe, which makes you act, and your actions make your reality. Most people start by trying to change how they act, but that's not where the change starts. If you want to change things for good, you need to start with the emotions your body is hooked on. Because you bring into your life what you already are, not what you want. And the first step to becoming who you want to be is to feel that way. Perhaps you've heard the phrase, thoughts become things. But let's go even further. Not only your thoughts, but also the energy behind them make your reality. It doesn't matter how many times you say an affirmation. If your body is still shaking with fear or doubt, the words won't help. This is the main reason why a lot of people have trouble manifesting. They think about their goals, write them down, and wait for things to happen, but nothing does. That's because the quantum field doesn't respond to what you say. It responds to how you feel. Waves are the language of the universe. Everything already exists as an energetic potential wave in the quantum realm. Your future is already set in stone in every way that it could go. But only one of those versions turns into reality for you. The one that your emotional frequency connects with and turns into shape. Your observation isn't just something you think about, it's something you feel. How things turn out depends on how you're feeling. This is the reason why two people can do the same thing and get very different outcomes. When someone acts out of fear, they unintentionally make their limitations stronger. The other person acts out of trust and makes room for growth. It was never what they did that made a difference. It was how they did it. This is the part that can be hard to accept. Making yourself real is what you do, not what you want. This means that if you really want love but are still hurting from being abandoned, you will keep getting situations that make you feel that pain. If you want to have a lot of money but are feeling like you don't have enough, chances will seem to slip by you. No, this is not a punishment. It's just the law of alignment. Your most important signal is always in sync with the quantum field, even if you are not aware of it. Being who you are is a frequency. Everything you believe sends out a vibration. Every feeling you have over and over again becomes a part of your energetic signature. So when you say things like, "I'm not good enough," or "life is always a struggle," you're not just putting out a thought. You're sending out a frequency. The field reflects back to you exactly what you are putting out, like a perfect mirror. People get stuck in this cycle. You have to change everything about yourself in order to get out of this. Neville Goddard, a spiritual teacher, taught a principle that fits in perfectly with quantum science today. Imagine how it feels to have your wish come true, he said. To put it another way, don't wait for things to get better before you let yourself feel good. Feel how you want your life to be right now, and wait for the outside world to catch up with your new vibration. It's quantum entrainment, not just wishful thinking. New research in neuroscience proves that your brain can't tell the difference between a real experience and a vivid imagination. When you feel strongly about something and have a clear picture of the future, your brain builds new connections between neurons, as if the future is already happening. Your body makes new chemicals that are related to that experience. This changes your energy field, which in turn changes the quantum field. Because of this, inner work is stronger than struggle outside of yourself. You don't need to push harder. You just need to send a stronger signal. The Already You technique is a simple one that we can try. First, shut your eyes and calm your mind. Relax into your body by taking a few deep breaths. The second step is to picture yourself having everything you want. Look at your already self, the person who is in sync, loved, and living their truth. Step 3. Ask yourself, how do I feel when I'm that person? What kind of energy do they give off? What do they hope to get out of life? Step 4. Feel that way right now. Don't just think about it. feel the power of it. You can feel it in your chest, your body, and the way you breathe. Pay attention to it like you're changing the radio station, even if it seems small. The real sign is that feeling. That changes the way things are for you. Press the like button while you're feeling this strong emotion. This conscious action helps you become one with this new frequency. It stores the feeling of being already self in your body's cells, making it easier to get back to this creative state whenever you want. You don't need to earn your new time frame. You only need to connect with it. In the comments, say, "I am embodying my future self now." This will make the practice permanent in your energy field. Let this be a deal you make with your vibration. If you write it down, you shorten the time between who you are now and who you are becoming. You are telling the quantum field that your future reality is your emotional truth right now. The shift starts when you do. You'll get new ideas. There will be the right people there. Not because you forced it, but because your frequency finally matched the reality you've been asking for. Things will line up. Take a moment to think about it. What non-conscious version of yourself have you been sending out? What version are you ready to take on right now? You don't need to be sure. Now all you have to do is feel it. That's the language used in the field. It's likely that you've already tried this. There's a clear moment, a flash of your future self, when you feel strong and at ease. Then, though, real life comes in. Someone sends you a text message but doesn't answer it, or you wake up feeling stuck again. It's easy to think, was that all in my head? At those times. Did anything really change? Here's what people don't say about making change happen. The truth doesn't always change in an instant. Often the change is slow and subtle, and it feels like it's taking too long to happen. But it is. The quantum field reacts to your steady vibration, not just a short-lived emotional high. One powerful moment of meditation doesn't change the past into the present right away. The clear, steady beat of your new energy is what changes the field. It's like throwing a pebble into a calm lake. The ripples don't show up all at once. They spread out slowly and gently from the middle. Your vibration is the same way. You start to change your reality when you take on a new frequency, but the waves of your old frequency are still going strong. That's why things in your life may look the same for a while. Not because your new signal didn't work, but because you are still seeing the energy from yesterday. The truth is like a mirror with a small delay. Think about being in front of a mirror that showed your reflection 5 seconds later. You smile, but there's nothing there in the mirror. There's no change when you frown. Because the feedback doesn't come right away, you would start to get lost. In fact, this is how manifestation can feel. Even though you change your energy, the world around you still shows you the old reflection. Now comes the real test. Are you going to fall back into old emotional patterns just because the proof hasn't arrived yet? Or will you have faith and hold on to your new frequency long enough for the outside world to catch up? The field isn't testing you. It's just checking to see if your energy is pure. It asks, are you sure you believe this even though there's no proof? Do you stay in this alignment even when you're not sure? Is this your new identity? Or was it just a feeling you had for a short time? When you commit to a different frequency, you're not just bringing about a different world, you're also becoming a better person. That version isn't made in one perfect moment. It's made when you choose to stay aligned, even when you don't feel like it. What you do between setting an intention and making it happen is what makes the shift. The time between choosing a new reality and seeing it come true is often tense. full of old fears and resistance. This isn't a sign of failure. It means you're getting better. You're not being stopped. You're being asked to let go of things that don't fit with the person you're becoming. Here's how to stay in alignment even if things aren't quite right yet. First, be ready for the lag. When you start to change on the inside, know that it will take time for the outside world to catch up. Don't be shocked by it. A lot of the fear can be taken away by just seeing the delay for what it is. Second step, get a handle on your new state. Don't run away from old feelings like fear or anger when they come up. Take a moment to sit with them. Give them names. Then ask yourself, what old story is this feeling trying to bring back to me? Breathe and choose to act from your new identity in a conscious way. Third step, live until the end. Go back to what Neville Goddard taught. Take a deep breath and connect with your already self. Feel what they do. Consider what they say. Believe what they want. In this way, you can vibrate beyond what is happening right now. The field will always remember. The quantum stores every moment of alignment and every breath of belief. There is never any waste. You are planting seeds of energy in a field that you can't see. The harvest doesn't happen right away, like in a garden, but it always comes. A lot of people give up just before they make progress. They feel the stress and doubt, and because they think it didn't work, they go back to being themselves. In doing so, they send out a new signal of doubt, which is then reflected back to them by the field. Right now is the most important time. When your outside world hasn't changed, but you keep acting like it has, that's when serious change takes place. Don't fight doubt when it starts to creep in. Take it as a sign that you are getting bigger. Tell yourself, this resistance means I'm rising. This pain is the old me breaking down. Your nervous system will get used to it with practice. The old reactions will lose their strength, and the frequency you chose will become your new base. Your true signal is what you send out when things are hardest. Real life will start to change when you can keep the vibration of your future while your present still shows your past. This will happen naturally because you changed into a new person. You can show that you trust that you will keep your new frequency through the delay by writing in the comments, "My alignment is my evidence." This sentence shifts your attention from the outside world to how you feel inside. This is a strong reminder that the universe will always catch up to the truth, that your sense of coherence is all you need. You now understand it well. These thoughts don't just come to you. Your feelings don't have no meaning. Also, your body is a powerful transmitter, not just a set of cells. You're not just living in the field, you are it. And all the time, you are sending out a signal, not with words, but with your vibration. You are both the observer and the one who makes things. You can't make the quantum field do what you want it to do. It changes based on how you are. This is the knowledge that mystics have shared for hundreds of years, but science is only now starting to grasp it. The world around you shows you what your frequency is. If you change your signal, the outside world will have to change to match it. Post this in the comments if you really believe that you are the cause of your experience. My vibration creates my reality. You should now believe this. When you type these words, the link between your conscious intention and your subconscious programming gets stronger. This truth becomes your new automatic baseline. This is the sign you've been looking for. The change you want to see doesn't start with your job, your money, or your relationships. It starts with the frequency you use. You don't have to run after the future. Something like that already exists as a possibility in the field and in you. You are already healed, free, and fully alive in a past life. They are just using a different frequency, so that version is not too far away. That timeline falls apart into your present as soon as you match that frequency. You made that version of yourself real, not because you forced it, but because you agreed with it. By practicing every day, you can turn on this creator frequency. You do not need to meditate for hours. A few planned moments of alignment every day are all you need. Do this easy 5-minute thing every morning to connect with the frequency of your already self. Take a break and then plug in. Before you start making plans for the day or scrolling through your phone, just sit still. Let go of your past and your roles. Breathe in and out and tell yourself, I am not my history. I'm not my fears. I am the field, making a choice again. Second step, feel the state of your future. Don't fixate on a certain result. Think about how you feel. In what way does your future self feel? Is it freedom, joy, peace? Feel that way in your body right now, as if it were already true. Wait. Take a deep breath. Step 3. Use your new name when you talk. Say to yourself, this is who I am now, while you're feeling good. My vibration, not my past, shapes my world. To change, you have to become it, not ask for it. It's being sent out into the field, and people are listening. Don't try to force anything on the outside. Instead, live your day from this place inside you. Take on the energy of the version of you that has already arrived. The button you press always works. You are always sending out a frequency through your actions, your posture, and the way you talk to yourself. Do not ask yourself, is it working? Instead, ask yourself, what am I radiating right now? Does this energy match the reality I want to create? Your life will change when it does. You can always recalibrate if it doesn't work. That is the magic of making things in a quantum world as a conscious being. You're not really stuck. You're just tuned to the wrong frequency for a short time. You can always change the channel. If this message hits you close to home, hold on to it now. I am the creator should be written in the comments. Say it. Feel it. Feel those words move through you and into the field. As you do this, pay attention to how the universe starts to reflect back to you that strong identity. Watch the next video if you want to master this frequency and not just understand it, but really live it. The quantum field doesn't react to passive learning. It reacts to being present and active. You didn't just come to learn. You came here to remember. And now you do. The universe is ready to receive your message. If you want to stay on this path of conscious creation, make sure you subscribe. Your subscription keeps your energy field in sync with this channel and connected to it, so you can get empowering information all the time to help you on your journey of remembering.